Hey everyone, how's it going? Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0, aka Noah, back again with a new video of mine. And it's been a while since I've done a top 10 list, but I figured why not do a top 10 list on my favorite costumes that Daredevil has worn throughout the comic books and movies, TV shows, of course. With Daredevil getting so much attention, him being one of my favorite Marvel heroes, and season 2 of Daredevil Born Again on its way, I want to do something Daredevil related, so again, figured why not do a list talking about my top 10 favorite costumes. Now keep in mind that this is my list, this is my opinion, these are my favorite Daredevil suits, we all have our own opinions, we all have our favorites, but which ones made the top 10 in my opinion? So let's kick this list off and see which one of these suits made the list. Kicking the list off at number 10 is the King Daredevil suit. Even though this is a costume that's been around since like 2022 or 2023, somewhere around that time, this was like a pretty different and dark moment for Daredevil in the world of comic books when he acquired a new suit. I like how it's designed with a little bit of armor, I like how there's a hood and how designed it is. Plus, this was at a point in time where, well, Daredevil is married to Elektra, became leader of the Hand, plus he also went toe-to-toe with John Walker, the US agent. Yeah, he was just kicking the living crap out of so many heroes here and there, Daredevil, and in a way, he was kind of sort of being a villain for the moment. But yeah, he did acquire a new suit, which then started to grow on me, so that's why it's number 10 on the list. At number 9 is the 90s battle-worn armor. I know some Daredevil fans are like, they like it, and others say that they hate it, but me, I will admit, I like it. It kind of sort of grew on me. That's why I wanted to have this one at number 9. This was a suit created by Gladiator and would be a suit that would come back on and off here and there throughout the comics, but I like how it's designed with black, red, and some silver armor padding. I mean, it was also the 90s, so lots of other superheroes and comic book characters were getting redesigns, new outfits, and just, well, it's a 90s outfit, and it's just a costume that just grew on me, and that's what I like about it. Now at number 8 is Elektra's Daredevil suit. At a point in time in the world of comics when Matt Murdock was sent to prison, his love interest Elektra would, of course, well, she would try to bust him out, but instead he wants her to take up the mantle, so of course, she donned her own costume. I like how her hair was sticking out a bit, I like the bandana as well, and I even love the fact that she still kept her primary weapons her size, and also I'm just a sucker for that black and red color scheme of the suit. Yeah, I'm just a sucker for black and red color schemes, that's why it made the list. And again, I gotta say, like, I love design, and Elektra is just up there being like one of my favorite female heroes in the world of comics, even though she's been more of an anti-hero. Yeah, I just love the character, and I just like her take on just being the devil of Hell's Kitchen, and yet she's still continuing as Daredevil till this day. Now at number 7 is the Godly White suit. This is just another suit that's only been around for like just a couple years, like not even a full decade in the world of comic books, but I really want this one to be on the list. Sure, Matt would only wear this for a short amount of time, but I love how it's pretty much just like any other Daredevil suit, but it's just full white here and there, and I just like how it was very different from other suits. Plus, fun fact, Matt also got to have white lightsaber-like weapons. Plus, at that point, Matt was actually in hell, literally, and he did kind of sort of receive godly power, so yeah, there was a point in time where he was just incredibly powerful, kind of like Thor, and yeah, again, he had white lightsabers, just like Ahsoka Tano, but that's what I dug about the outfit, and it just grew on me, and that's why I wanted this suit to be on the list. Now at number 6 is the Netflix suit that Matt wore in season 2 of the Daredevil series. This was the suit that we've all just been waiting for since we first saw like Daredevil, well, when we first watched the first season, and then when season 2 came along, that's when we got this suit. I like how it's designed, I like how there's body armor, and how very different it is from, well, what he first wore to what he had in this season of Daredevil, but I just like how it was designed and everything. And sure, the costume would go through several changes here and there throughout, like, what was in the end of season 1. Then it would, of course, be in season 2, Defenders, and we wouldn't see it until Bullseye wore it in season 3. Again, I like how it's designed. I like how bulked up it is. And again, this was a suit that we were all just waiting for when it came to just seeing it in action. Now at number 5 is the Shadowlands suit slash the black and red suit. So, like I said, sucker for black and red, but they just switched it up from like making the suit full black to red, and that's what I love about the suit. I just love how they just changed up the colors here and there. And this was also at a point in time where Matt was leading the hand, and he of course required a new suit. But I love how they were able to just change it up here and there with the colors. Like, this was at a point in time where Daredevil just needed a change of pace, and this was a costume that he had like nearly a decade ago in the world of comics. And I just love how it's designed, and I love how different it is than your casual normal Daredevil suit. And of course, we are going to see this in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. I mean, sure, it does look like Matt just painted it up black, but I really hope we get a good explanation and we see the full vision and everything, and just maybe a montage of Matt just painting it up. But I love how that suit looks in season 2, and I cannot wait. At number 4 is kind of sort of a tie between the pre-Daredevil suit slash the prototype suit. And I say kind of sort of a tie, mainly because if you think about it and look at them both, compare them both, they're kind of sort of the same. For a suit that's supposed to be the prototype outfit, I love how it was incorporated. I love how it was added into the story, even though it's just casual clothes. And I even love how this costume made its way into the Daredevil Netflix series, of course. It would even come back with some minor alterations when it came to the 3rd season. So when Frank Miller was writing and creating the Daredevil Man Without Fear comic book, this was pretty much like kind of sort of the definition of like a new beginning for Matt Murdock as Daredevil, and this was just a prototype suit. And again, it's just casual clothes, but I love how it was adapted into the comic books, and then of course made its way into, well, Netflix. And well, I mean, it just became an iconic costume that a lot of us start to just like, and then we just start to love and enjoy in the world of, well, of just all things Daredevil. Taking the top 3 on the list is Daredevil's classic yellow suit. This was literally Daredevil's very first comic book costume. Like, when he was first created by Stan Lee, this is what he wore, this is what it looked like. Sure, maybe a bit cheesy, but hey, this was 1964. Superheroes were a bit more classy and colorful at the time, and this is just what Daredevil wore. This is pretty much what started it all when it came to Daredevil suits. Even though it would go through some changes here and there, I just like how it was designed and just how it turned out. Plus, it would even make its way into the She-Hulk series. And say what you want about the She-Hulk series suit, but I kind of like it. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. And again, I mean, I just like how this costume would be like an iconic outfit, and that's why it made the list. I even cosplayed as this version of Daredevil, and I even got to impress Charlie Cox while wearing the suit. And I gotta say, meeting Charlie Cox, he was super cool, he was super nice, and he loved my suit. He is just up there being like one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. Taking the second spot on the list is the suit from Daredevil Born Again. Now this suit, I will admit, it just immediately became one of my favorites as soon as I saw set photos and everything, and I just really love how this suit was designed. I love how Disney and Marvel were just able to level things up of just making the suit a lot more beefier, bulked up a bit, brighter red. Again, they just kicked it up a notch on just making the suit a bit more just better than what it was from the Netflix series. Again, I like how beefy and bulked up it is, and I love how it's a brighter red, and even the patterns on the suit, and I like how it's just fully designed and everything, hence why I even chose to cosplay as this version of Daredevil. But that's why I like it. I mean, it's very iconic now, and I love how it's going to make its way into, well, I just love how it was just made into the series. And my number 1 top of the list is the classic red suit. When it comes to Daredevil, this suit just had to be top of the list. I mean, it's gotta be somewhere in like someone's top 5 when it comes to Daredevil suits. I just love how it's designed. I mean, it would be a suit that Matt would wear after, well, his yellow suit. And it was just a classic. It's a fan favorite. It's a suit that everyone just loves, enjoys. I mean, sure, it's just red from head to toe, but that's just how, well, that's just how people want to remember Daredevil, and that's just, well, what we like his suit to be like. This is pretty much the costume that he would get after, well, a few changes of his red and yellow, which would, of course, well, come out the same year as that suit. But hey, I mean, this costume just became an iconic staple. It just became the blueprint for other Daredevil costumes. That's why it's just top of the list. It's classy, it's good, and I just love how it's designed and everything. And that about wraps up my list. But of course, I couldn't end this video without a few honorable mentions. So, well, what are some honorable mentions? As for the honorable mentions, those would be the maskless three-piece suit, his outfit from the Echo series, his suit from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man series, and the 2099 suit. And that about wraps up my list. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of mine. Hope you all liked it, hope you all enjoyed it, hope you all learned a thing or two. Again, this was just my list, this was just my opinion. But hey, you can leave your list and your opinion in the comments down below. I'm always reading the comments, so comment below. But also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. All my social media is just right here. I just might follow you guys right back at you. But also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting subscribe right down there, along with hitting the bell so that way you guys are notified when my next video is uploaded. But also, don't forget to, well, again, hit the comments and hit the thumbs up. That would be very supportive if you guys did that. But till next time, this is the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, out and about, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.